back to the video. This is Musically Me and you are here for my weekly video. So first things first, happy 25th birthday to me. I'm really grateful to have seen 25 years. I'm learning a lot about myself, my life, and all types of things. Today was a good day. I was off. I originally planned to do this flotation, relaxation type of thing. I really wanted to take you all along and, show you all my experience because this would have been my first time doing it. But girl, we are in the middle of a snowstorm. I don't know about where you all are, but here in Kentucky, we've been getting a lot of snow and ice and stuff like that. So we are in the middle of snowstorm number 2. We're getting number 3 supposedly on Thursday. So I ended up having to reschedule my birthday activity today. I had to reschedule it for Saturday. I had a wonderful birthday cake. I got my birthday cake this year from Nothing Bundt Cakes, if you all are familiar with that. I got the raspberry white chocolate one, so good. Had 2 slices, not within my diet at all, but I'll get back to that tomorrow. I also did not work out today. I just decided today's my day. I'm gonna do whatever I want to do, and I'm not gonna do whatever I don't want to do. So just been chilling. I'm here for my book corner thing. I told you all that I was gonna have this video out to you all this week as far as my February book of the month. As it turns out, I haven't really read anything that's really deeply resonated with me. So instead of doing that, I am just going to show you all what I've read this month, like the last week of January into February. All right, and I'm going to show you all some books that I purchased yesterday, actually. Yeah. And I also have about 4 more books coming in the mail. You all know I'm a bookworm, so I'm going to start with, like I said, I really don't have a book that really resonated with me this month, and we're almost done with this month. But I'll show you all what I have read this month in the last week of January, and then what I am looking forward to reading. So I'm currently reading, I'm on page 374 of Black Leopard, Red Wolf by Marlon James. He's a really great author. I came across him, or I heard of him, through Tressie and Roxane Gay's podcast, Here to Slay. He was a featured guest on there, I think their first season, and he had actually read an excerpt, Lord, from his book, and I was very interested in that. So that's what I'm currently reading. What I've read since the last time we talked about books is My Grandmother's Hands, and it's Racialized Trauma and the Pathway to Mending Our Hearts and Bodies. I don't want to mispronounce this man's name, but it's Resmaa Menakem. Sorry if I mispronounced it, but that's what that is. I read Black Fatigue, How Racism Erodes the Mind, Body, and Spirit by Mary Frances Winters. Pretty good book. The inspiration behind these titles, because both of these books kind of mention and talk about racial trauma and all of that. I have not went into detail as far as certain aspects of my job because I'm still actively in that role. But just know that being in certain professional settings, particularly the one that I am, has been really tiresome, racially tiresome. It's just a bunch of craziness. So I kind of got these to just, I guess, kind of give me some tips on how to handle some of the workplace crap that I'm going through. Um, this one is called Fat Girls in Black Bodies, Creating Communities of Our Own. And this is by Joy Arlene Renee Cox. And I got that title because I just thought it was interesting. There's not too many books, I really can't name one, that talks about specifically obesity and Black women. So this is a pretty good book, very quick read. Yeah. And then this is the second book that I read by Marlon James, who I mentioned earlier, the author of the Black Leopard, Red Wolf. This is A Brief History of 7 Killings. It is, he's talking about the attempted assassination of Bob Marley, and he's talking about the history of Jamaica, particularly the time in the 1970s, and very interesting book. It's not biographical, so it's not nonfiction, but I think that he writes an incredible story. It is, even though the title is A Brief History, this book is not brief. It's almost 700 pages, but it's pretty good. It kept my attention because usually I do not read books that are any more than 300 and something pages, but it kept my attention. So those were the books that I've read since the last time that we've talked about books. These other books are ones that I purchased the other day that I plan on reading. I got these books from Ollie's. This is called Black Moses by Alan, some African name. I'm not even gonna mess that up. But it seems like it'll be a quick little read. You all can see how thin it is. But seems like it'll be interesting. I've heard of Jasmine, or I think this is how you pronounce it, Jasmine Ward, and this is Men We Reaped. So I wanted to get into some of her writing, and then this is a biographical account of Billie Holiday. So it's The Musician and the Myth, and it's written by John Swed. So yeah, gonna get into that. I occasionally do read, I like to read autobiographies and biographies, specifically about, I haven't really read any on like Black male musicians, but I've read a couple of biographies about Black female musicians, so I found them to be pretty interesting. So that's what I'm going to get into in the next coming week. If I had to recommend any of those books from the ones that I've read, I would say if you're looking for fiction, go with A Brief History of 7 Killings. And if you're looking for what I'm in search of and just trying to find tips on how to navigate the racial politics that you might encounter in workplaces or wherever you are, I would suggest My Grandmother's Hands. It's pretty good. And there's a lot of psychology that he employs that just made a lot of sense to me. So that is what I have to say about that. Sorry I didn't really have like a pick this month, but like I said, nothing really resonated with me. These are all good books. It just, nothing really stuck like that. So I will hopefully give you all a March book of the month, because like I said, I'm not going to stop reading anytime soon, so be looking out for that. And yeah, I will see you all on the next video. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, and help me get to 50 subscribers, because I'm really anticipating that. I want to continue to see that this channel grows, which is why I'm trying to be consistent about giving you all content. So other than that, for real this time, I'm out. I will see you next week.